How can two football players with virtually the same physical ability get completely different results? I mean, they're both 6'4", they're 245, they run like deers, they run 4.640s, they have access to the same playbooks, the same coaches, the same weight room and training facilities, and one succeeds and the other one fails miserably. What separates those two? I'm sure there's a lot of reasons, but one of the biggest is the choices they make. It's the choices they make on and off the field. At NFL training camps, each team can invite up to 90 players to try out for the team. They will cut those 90 down to 53 that will end up making the opening day roster. So at 32 teams, that means 2,880 players are invited, potential players are invited to try out for NFL teams. 1,686 of them will make the opening day roster. Unfortunately, 1,184, they're not going to make the cut. Now, if they're lucky, they might make the practice squad or the developmental team. If they're not lucky, or if they didn't work hard, they're going to be bagging groceries, selling insurance, or God forbid, selling cars. Potential can be a dirty word. Former Florida State head football coach Bobby Bowden said it best. He said, whether you're a player, coach, or manager, you get paid for production, not for potential. Isn't that the same in the car business? In our business, we get paid for production, not for potential. We've all heard, though, that we have unlimited earning potential in the car business. Every one of us have been told that, and it amazes me how many salespeople never realize their true potential. Say, what am I going to do to be the best of the best? You may never be a 40-car person, so what? But if you're selling 8 right now, why aren't you selling 12? In the dealership, we all have the same customer pool that we're selling. We all have the same websites, we're selling from the same inventory, we have the same managers that are gonna help us or not help us. So our environment's the same, the tools that are supplied to us are the same. What separates us? It's the choices. Choices you make every single day. When you come in, your choices you make on what your skill level's gonna be. Are you working on your skills, or are you just hoping that you get better? Here's the bottom line. In sales, your success, it's all a choice. Every one of us in a dealership has tons of potential, and it's time to start capitalizing on that potential and not wasting it. Look, we know the right things to do every day. It's time to start doing it. I can't tell you how many times in sports I've seen guys that get drafted that have unlimited potential. Heck, I remember a receiver, his last name, I don't know, we'll just call him Benjamin. He was a freak of nature physically. He was tall, ran like a deer, strong as hell. He had more potential than anybody else on that team, and probably in the entire draft when he was drafted. Unfortunately, 2 years into it, he actually got traded because the team he was on that drafted him got tired of dealing with his crap. His negativity, he was the last one there, he wasn't working hard, he would be the first one to leave, and he just had a bad attitude. He was a cancer. So what do you do with cancer? You get rid of it. They traded him to another team. That team thought, man, he's got a lot of potential. I think we can make something out of him. Well, that experiment failed, and he was released. Then another team thought, well, we can make something happen. They were a Super Bowl contender. They brought him aboard. He was probably the best athlete in the receiving corps. The first playoff game, he was a healthy scratch. They kept him on the bench. He was not on the active 53-player roster. That's crazy. The best athlete in street clothes, watching people play, instead of on the field, capitalizing on his potential. Are the choices you make helping, or are they holding you back? Are you maximizing your potential, or are you currently a Benjamin? Don't waste your potential. Let's get out there and make it happen.